Watched a video on YouTube and then another one and another one about how to make mayo. Seems like people have to take the long way instead of the short way on how to make it. I think it's the most simple thing to make, and I'm just sick and tired of watching people mix and stir and beat for hours and add ingredients that shouldn't even be in mayo and end up with something that's not even mayo, more like an aioli. So this is how you make real mayo. I know it isn't a Middle Eastern thing, but actually, you know what? Even baba ganoush has it in it. So I'm gonna make some mayo. Watch this. It's real easy to make. Just follow these steps. Alright, this might be a little harder to do than I thought just because of technicalities. I mean, it's a two-handed job and I need one hand for the camera. So I'm gonna try to do my best. I'm sure it won't come out bad, but it's just gonna be a little harder to do. Alright, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add one egg yolk. There. I'm gonna add that into a bowl. And I'm just gonna start mixing it up. Don't need to add anything at this point, just stir it up a bit. Alright, now what we're going to do is add a little bit of oil. It's barely any. Just about a quarter teaspoon. And that's it. And then you start mixing again. What you want to do is get air bubbles into that yolk. Once you got that mixed in pretty well, it's still going to be runny, but you're going to add about half a teaspoon of oil. And start mixing again. Now I'm going to add about a teaspoon. I keep doubling the amount of oil. You don't need any fancy schmancy blenders for this. I mean, look at this. It's barely running. It didn't take too long to make. I'm gonna add maybe another teaspoon. I'm not gonna double yet. Just want to make sure that I have a uniform, even mayo yolk thingy majiggy, whatever you want to call it. I'm just gonna keep stirring, adding air bubbles into it. Now see how it's still a little running, but once we add more oil into it, it's just gonna firm up. Let's go ahead and add some more oil. It's about 1.5 teaspoons. God, now I want to make baba ganoush. It's not runny at all anymore. So we can start adding more oil. It's about 1 tablespoon. Now you don't want to add too much oil because if you do, you're just going to make your mayo drop. It's going to curdle, and that's not what you want. Add some more. Careful when you start mixing it. When you add a lot of oil, and you start mixing, it's going to squirt all over the place. So do it in a deep bowl, not in a plate. My grandmother used to make this in a plate with a fork. God bless her. I don't know how she did it, but this is way easier. See that? Right there. Add more oil. By the way, you just need 1 egg yolk. You can make, say, about 3-4 pounds of mayo off of 1 egg yolk. It's just not going to taste as good as what we're making, like this amount. I think I'm going to make about 1/3 of a cup, maybe even 1/2 a cup. It's still going to have that yolky taste to it, but as long as you keep mixing and keep adding oil, you're going to get more and more mayo. More oil. Start mixing slowly. Whisk as fast as you can. See that big blob? That's what you're looking for. Alright, so this is enough mayo for me for what I want to make baba ganoush, and wow, this is sticky. This is really, really firm. This is enough for me. Wow, look at that gelatin-like effect on that. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is just add a drop of lemon. And what that's going to do is basically make it a little lighter in color and fluffier. So just a few drops of lemon, and mix it around. Maybe a little bit more lemon. There we go. Now you can add salt to this, or sugar. Some people add dill, but that's not mayo. Real mayo has egg, yolk, and oil, and that's it. Maybe some lemon just to give it color and fluffiness. And that's it. There's your mayo. Very smooth. Thank you for watching.